10 reasons why web programmers fail to improve themselves. No one was born a skilled web programmer, so don't worry if you make too many mistakes at first, but it shouldn't prevent you from improving yourself. These are 10 reasons why many web programmers stay mediocre. Web programming isn't for them. Let's just face it, no matter how hard you try, you may not be a programmer material. If you don't have the passion to solve difficult problems, you may need to find other careers. Web programming is not for everyone. It is for those who have a passion for solving hard problems. But, if you are determined to become one, you should work on your motivation and the ability to persevere despite huge obstacles. They don't allocate enough effort to learn. Just like anything else, the ability to turn a static website into something useful and dynamic is an art in itself. Of course, there would be troubles ahead, but if you're persistent, you may someday develop the necessary skills to become a grandmaster in the arcane art of web programming. You don't have to be a nerd or prodigy child to master the skill. Forget how the media think about web programming. Just set aside your fear and focus on what really matters. They don't have the attitude. When you're attending a course on programming, after a few months, you may see people start blaming on the instructors, hardware, or sometimes even the OS. Those who complain a lot tend to have slower progress in their programming skill. Set your goals and get a positive attitude no matter what happens. They don't understand abstract concepts. Gone are the days when a website is just HTML pages along with a few simple JavaScript codes. As we are entering the second decade of 21st century, websites are more and more behaving like complex applications. Many problems faced by programmers are not found inside the programming books or taught in courses. As the result, thinking outside the box has become an important requirement for today's web programmer. That's why even if you're the best graduate in a programming school, you may still lack many requirements needed in today's programming industry, skills that can only be acquired through experiences, sweat and tears. They are reluctant to use the internet. Curiously, some web programmers refuse to use the internet every time they face troubles in their project. There are hundreds of forums on the internet where you can find solutions even to the most difficult problems. It's a good idea to be a member of at least 5 web developer forums, post your problems to all of them and compare the solutions. And you should return the favor by helping new members of the forum. They fail to develop an algorithm. Developing a website is now comparable to building a complex offline application. Many web developers think that using an algorithm isn't necessary in a web development project. However, without an algorithm, a development project may stray along the wrong path due to the lack of understanding on the correct flow. Often, simply by developing an algorithm diagram, web developers will quickly understand about what went wrong and how to effectively fix their mistakes. In essence, today's web developers must think and ape the way common software programmers do. So plan accordingly. They are easily overwhelmed by bugs. When you're working on something complicated, mistakes bound to happen. Bugs are inevitable and they will happen more often than you ever dreamed of. Most of these problems are caused by faulty logic and occasionally just a simple typo. A good web programmer tests their pages often after even the simplest code changes. Testing your pages once a day in the afternoon after a long, grueling coding task will often mean that tomorrow you'll be spending most of your time fixing elusive bugs. They fail to adapt to the latest advances. New web development technologies are released each month. Some web programmers fail to update their tools, techniques, or even programming platform. You may feel convenient with your time-tested PHP version 4XX, when in fact PHP 5XX can give you better functionality. They try too hard. Nobody said that web programming would be easy. If you find problems, it's a bad idea to stay awake until 4 a.m. to solve them. Take a break, you'll need it. Many programmers find solutions to their problems while they're away from their cubicles. Some even find them on a bed while they feel relaxed and almost asleep. Most of the time all you need is an exciting distraction and some fresh air. Make some room on your mind to let the solutions manifest themselves. They are too dependent on others. This is probably the most harmful mistakes of all web programmers. They give up easily and simply ask their friends or tell their subordinates to fix the problems. It's okay to ask for help to someone with more experiences, but at the same time you should learn how he or she solves your problem, so you can at least duplicate the solution when a similar problem returns.